Hello lovely people, welcome to today's pick a card reading. So happy to have you. We will be asking the cards about your 2024 predictions generally. As you can see, there is already one card on the table that is like the all-encompassing theme of the year ahead. So pick either the card you feel the most drawn to or the piece of jewelry you feel the most drawn to. And let's see what the tarot and further oracle cards have to say about your upcoming year. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the idol bracelet or the waxing moon with the message of the energy is gaining momentum, then this is the reading for you. We are off to a great start with the moon card. It does signify that the overarching theme for your next year is that you have all the potential to start building and to get to something significant you want. It is just that it seems that you will have to put quite a lot of work in it. But like I said, great news is that all the potential is there for you. So let's see. We'll use the tarot cards and the Keeper Oracle for some clarification on your exact predictions. I will draw 4 cards from the Keeper Oracle for like either 4 different areas of your life that the predictions would be centered around, or maybe just like a time lapse of the things that will develop in the coming year. So let's see. For pile 3, what can they expect for 2024? Oh, and there will also be a timestamp in the description box if you want to go past the shuffling. Let's see, what can pile 1 expect for 2024? Okay, let's see now with the tarot. Yep. Okay, if you say so, we'll take it off the bat. What can our pile number 1 expect for 2024? See, 2 more cards. What can our pile 1 expect? Oop. Okay, now this looks kind of messy. Let me try and fix it. Okay, pile 1, I don't seem to be able to put everything in frame the way I wanted to, so we'll leave it messy as it is. Let's get into your reading, starting with the Keeper cards. Like I already mentioned, your main card for the year ahead, the moon card, is the waxing moon with the energies gaining momentum. So whatever it is in this year that you want to put more effort in and that you have hopes will blossom and develop further in your life, you are absolutely encouraged. You have the potential, you have to go for it. Now, as to the details of your year ahead, starting with the Keeper cards, you got the Courthouse, followed by the Judication, the Thoughts card, and the Coffin. Now, this doesn't have to necessarily be, it doesn't necessarily have to evolve in your life in this order, let's say in this time order, but it would also make sense if it does with these cards. Now, the general idea is here we have something speaking about, it could very well be something having to do with legal matters, or it could be like not necessarily legal, but bureaucracy matters, or like what's that called? Notarial, like where you go, for instance, to sign documents for buying a house or like a car or whatever, that type of issue. The Courthouse is very much that. It's you going to some kind of institution or person with some kind of task. Then followed by the Judication card, it is very much the energy of waiting for that professional person to call a shot in or against your favor, and you're just patiently waiting there. Now, this person again doesn't have to be a judge. It could be just some kind of bureaucracy person, or it could be, for instance, also a therapist. But like again with the other cards, it's just very much giving that energy of legal matters or bureaucratic matters. And you will probably have a lot of thoughts and anxiety surrounding you in this situation. It makes sense, especially if it is truly a legal thing or like a document thing that you need to resolve. Those tend to happen so slow, so moody. You have to wait for so many people and things to align themselves. And of course, when there's an added factor of you not knowing if the decision is going to be in your favor, it makes absolute sense. And these 4 cards end with the Coffin card. Now, the Coffin card definitely is not the greatest looking card. It's basically something like the Death card in the tarot. But the idea here, the positive side of things, is that this too shall pass and it shall get resolved. It will probably, since it is the last card that came up, it is very well possible that the issue will resolve itself at the end of the year. But again, like, let's not put exact time frames on it. It could be sooner, like, it is possible. Okay, let's now get into the tarot specifically. So the first card that came up in the beginning is the Hierophant, which is very much exactly the card of, like, it could be also other things, but in this context, institutions that we have to deal with. So I see this as a confirmation of the main idea that the thing you will have to be facing next year is some kind of battle with an institution. Afterwards, after this card, the Seven of Swords came up. The Seven of Swords is normally a card that could warn of a couple of different things. It is definitely a card that tells you that you have to act strategically in a given situation to reap the biggest benefits. So in your case, this strategic acting could very much have to do with you looking for the advice of some kind of professional in the field that this issue is connected with. It also would warn you against, be aware that there could be somebody that's trying to sneak away with something, that's trying to deceive you in some way. Keep an eye on that. And at the same time, because this card is followed by the Temperance card, which is a card of like having patience, not falling in excessive behaviors in either way. Because the Seven of Swords could speak of you trying to take a shortcut. I would say with this combination, even if you are given a shortcut, like be kind of suspicious towards it. It doesn't necessarily have to be a hindrance to you if you take a shorter route, but it's very much in this vibe of like if you are deceiving or if you are using excess in some sort in that shortcut, this would not be the most optimal thing you can do in this situation to resolve it successfully. The good thing is that a lot of like positive and completion cards came up in the reading. For instance, these two over here, we have the Ten of Cups with the extra message of success written on it, because these cards have extra messages. And the Ten of Cups is very much that. It's celebration, especially like with family, with loved ones, blah, blah, like the completion of something, everybody being super happy, like cheering themselves on, having their cups full. And the next card that came up is the World card. The World card, which is the last card in the Major Arcana, and it speaks exactly about that. It is the completion of something, like something ran its course and now it's closed, it's completed. So I very much see this in your matter, in your, let's say, institutional matter, but there will definitely be some kind of stressors along the way, but they also have the potential to be resolved, absolutely. Like with the Five of Swords came up in the reversed position. This is very much a card of like reconciliation with somebody or something that we had a dispute with in the past. It could also signify that you might have a tendency at this time to hold grudges. If this is the case, then be advised that it would be in your best interest to try and get over them at your own pace. I mean, of course, like when something or somebody hurts us, we need time to process it. But it is a positive omen that even if this is the case, you will be on the right track of processing this and reconciling if this is the case. Like if you need to reconcile with somebody or something, or even with yourself and possible mistakes that you might be seeing in yourself in the past. Now, with the rest of the cards on this and this side, they combine two main messages for you. The one message is that as a result of this stressful situation that you will be going through, you might feel the need to withdraw, especially like with the Queen of Cups reversed and the, what's the guy called? What was his name? Let me check. The Hermit. Yes, the Hermit card. You will probably feel the need to separate yourself from people for a bit. You might feel really emotionally drained at a certain point from this situation. But it's very important to ask yourself, am I getting stuck in a rut? Because the King of Pentacles in the reversed position is exactly the stuck in a rut energy. And is enough enough? Like, when is separating myself from others helpful? And when am I going overboard? With these cards, I would say that at a certain point, you would be going overboard with this separation from others and this hermetizing yourself from the world. Again, it is understandable, like in when we are exposed to some kind of stress, especially if it is great stress, like your energy levels run super low and you want to just take a nap and like don't leave your cave for, I don't know, 2 months or something. You are advised against it, definitely. Like, you would have the energy within you to, once this matter starts to resolve itself, to go out and do something new with your energy. And like I said in the beginning, the way I pulled the cards doesn't necessarily have to be the exact time frame that the events happen in your life, you know, starting here with the Hierophant, blah, 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 and so on. It could be that the resolution for you comes at the end of the year, but because it came up in the middle of the drawing, it could be that this issue that we are speaking about here will resolve itself sooner, let's say around June or July, but it would just be stressful for you at this time, to the point where you might feel the need to afterwards withdraw and focus on yourself. Again, focusing on yourself, always a helpful idea. But if you catch yourself falling in this hermit energy too hard, know that you are encouraged to, you have the potential, the energy for starting something new. This will help you to unstuck yourself from a potential rut you could be falling into. It doesn't mean that when you have that energy, you have to at right now manifest whatever it is that this energy is pushing you towards. But like, when it comes to that point, don't dim it. Try to get it out of yourself. Try to play with it so you can again feel this free spirit energy in you. Okay? And for me personally, as a Libra, the best thing about this is that your reading ends with the Lover's card, which my favorite interpretation always of the Lover's card is that there is a potential for some kind of significant relationship, especially if this situation the cards are speaking about has to do with something to do with a previous relationship. If it is, for instance, a divorce or some kind of like that, this would pretty much signify that there is the potential for a new significant and fulfilling relationship to start. But it doesn't have to be. It could be just, again, the message of all of this will pass and you will feel at harmony with yourself and the world around you. Like, it might be a bit of a drag at times. You might feel tired at times, like it could be a drag, you could be tiring. But at the end of the day, it would be a successful resolution. The cycle will close itself out and you will feel at peace with what has happened. In this context, I am wondering whether the first card that came up, like the Moon card with the energies gaining momentum, whether it does signify that this has been a situation that has maybe dragged itself for a long time and now is finally the year where it's gonna resolve itself. I mean, that could be the case. It doesn't have to be. It could be just signifying that this is something that you will have to get through, and that will that has the potential to bring you to a great place, to a great building place. Like it doesn't have to be at all a negative thing, even if it is stressful, or even if it does look kind of negative at the start. Like, trust the process, definitely. And like, yeah, just the shortest recap. Don't close yourself off to the world, even if you feel this energy building up in you at a certain point. Know that you have the energy to get through this. Plan things out. Like, don't try to take shortcuts, even if you feel like they're presented to you. And trust that all of this will come to pass over the next 12 months, and everything will be fine, pile 1. Hello, pile 2. If you chose the Christmas earrings or the fixed moon with the Hold Your Vision card, then this is the reading for you. The Hold Your Vision card actually has two opposing meanings, so we will look to the tarot and the keeper cards to give us additional info. But this generally speaks about either you needing to stand your ground in order to advance in a given situation, like as it says, like hold your vision, or it could be warning that you are being too stubborn and sticking yourself in a rut or sticking yourself in a place because of it and needing to change that. So let's see what the rest of the cards have to say. I'll also move these two little guys so we have some space. So let's start with the keeper. Now I will draw 4 cards about your year ahead. They could be either in chronological order about things you can expect, or just generally 4 areas that will be involved in this thing that the cards want to tell us. So let's see. What can pile 2 expect for the year 2024? What can pile 2 expect? Okay, pile 2, you got the High Honor card, followed by the Bad Health. No, don't worry about it. Then the Message and the Courtship card. Now this is interesting because I feel like it could go in both directions, either for business or for like romantic relationships. So this will be interesting to see. The High Honor card generally speaks about some kind of achievement, and it could be that you're receiving a reward for your achievement, a diploma, it could be also a monetary reward, or just a pat on the back, so to say, like a ceremony or whatever you can think of. The Bad Health card, I mean, yes, of course it could generally signify bad health, but because of the surrounding cards, I am definitely inclined to say this is more so a card that signifies that you will have some kind of rest period. We'll see with the tarot for more details, but like one possibility is that after you have put a lot of energy at the start regarding this most likely career thing over here, that will bring you the rewards and the recognition. It could be that you will need a period of rest to recuperate. Now, followed by the Message and the Courtship card. The message is generally all types of written or verbal communication. And it does signify that it will be some kind of positive news. It could be somebody telling you that they are madly in love with you. Like, this is a possibility, of course, but it could be just a positive message coming from family, or again something with your work, because like it is followed by the courtship card. Now again, even at the start of the reading, I did not intend for these cards to necessarily come in this order, meaning that it doesn't necessarily mean that you will start the year with this and end with this. That's why I'm trying to keep it kind of vague. The courtship being the last card, if we look at it as the last card, it does carry the promise of a possible romantic relationship developing, but it's not like a love card, like we are super serious about each other, like we are gonna get married or something. It's more so like the beginning stages of flirting with somebody, getting to know somebody. Or it could be like totally platonic, just getting to meet new people, a new circle of friends. Yeah, so it could be like super vague with you at this point, how exactly 2024 will present itself. But definitely like some main themes will definitely be like you're receiving recognition for some great effort you have put in. You're receiving some kind of positive message, either connected to that achievement or separately or from a lover, and working on furthering your relationships. And somewhere in between those four themes, you will also need some time to yourself to recuperate, okay? Now let's try to make this a bit more specific with the tarot. We'll draw 12 cards and see how these main themes would develop themselves over the next 12 months for you. Okay, so what will 2024 be like for our pile 2? What do they need to know? What will happen in 2024? Yeah. What will happen in 2024? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, 5 more. What will happen in 2024? And 2 more. Yeah, let's try to beautify this a bit. Okay, pile 2. After having drawn your tarot cards, I would definitely say it seems that the thing they want to speak about today very much has to do with a job or that type of accomplishment, and not with the aspect of a possible relationship. Not saying that a relationship would not happen for you guys next year. It is absolutely possible, but the cards definitely are giving me the vibe that they want to focus on some kind of work or professional achievement that is standing before you. Now this, when I say work, it could also be you completing a university degree or something, some kind of course of study, but it has to do something with your professional development, not so much with relationship, I would say. So the thing that we were talking about at the start, definitely I would go on to interpret the 4 Kipper cards that we got in that direction. For the year ahead, you can definitely expect some kind of, again, high honor, some kind of recognition to come in, some kind of positive message around this thing that you're working on. And definitely there will be either one specifically significant person with the courtship card entering your life, or just your social life would be blooming more than it has been till now. And all of this will be somehow related to this high honor, to this achievement that you will get. And again, somewhere in between all of those, you would need to take a bit of a break. Even the cards here, let me look at them specifically, like these two. So let's say if we look at them chronologically, this will be the start of the year and somewhere around the middle of the year or possibly autumn. But again, take that with a grain of salt. I don't like timings all too much. But yeah, those might be the times where you might need to take a step back and relax a little bit to regain your strength and energy. So, despite my disliking for timely matters, let's try and look at the cards starting from here, like chronologically, of how things seem to want to pan out for you. Also, I want to mention, like, this reading is really like fire energy heavy, mostly fire energy, but also like has a lot of earth, like pentacles. So you will definitely, like, you will have this fighting spirit, and you absolutely are on the track of manifesting the whatever earthly desire, like work related thing this is about. So anyway, starting with the Seven of Swords, no, not of Swords, of Wands, coming up in the reversed position. Now this card speaks about you. It could be only that you're experiencing self-doubt at this time, at the start of this journey, but it could also be that you're feeling really attacked from a lot of different places right now. Like you can see how the guy in the card is trying to fend off all of those wands that are coming towards him. This might be how you are feeling at the start of this thing. Like you could be doubting yourself and your capabilities, or you could be just really overwhelmed by the things that are coming at you right now, like to the point of feeling attacked and about to give out. Now, followed by the reversed Three of Wands. This is very much a card speaking about some kind of disappointment happening due to you lacking planning on an issue. So it could be very much that you have maybe already once tried to start this project, or it is a project that you have been working on for some time, and you had hopes that it would evolve faster than it has, for instance, or like you had some kind of slightly different expectation did not exactly go down, and it might have something to do with your lack of planning. Or if it's not necessarily something that has already started, like again, it is technically 2024, so it could be that this is just starting right now, and it is warning you that you might get to a point where you are missing out details that will then make this journey longer or harder for you. If that is the case, like, again, be warned, like, make plans, like, don't jump in blindly into things, and don't expect super fast results. Take it one step at a time, if that is the case. And if it's something that's dragging on from the past. Yes, there might have been some kind of disappointment with how things happened till now. Now, followed by the Seven of Pentacles. This is a very encouraging card in the sense of, like, you can see the hard work that he has put into gathering all of his pentacles, and he might be tired, like he's standing there hunched over his cane, let's say, for lack of better word, cane, and he is looking at his pentacles like with a sense of achievement, like, I put in this work, I gathered them, I am fulfilled with myself, even if I am kind of tired from the whole ordeal. This card encourages exactly that. It says, work hard, don't expect extremely fast results, but know that you are evolving, you are getting one step closer to your goal. This is also confirmed afterwards with the King of Pentacles energy. The King of Pentacles is the slowest of the... the King of Pentacles, no, the Knight of Pentacles, sorry. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. And he is very much exactly that energy of taking one step at a time towards your manifestation, planning thoroughly, like marking everything, like going at it day in and day out, working on it, like not expecting change like from today for tomorrow, that type of thing. Now, at this point, it is possible, because if you remember, we also got the Hold Your Vision card at the beginning. It is possible that as part of this project or thing that you are working on, you might get some kind of new inspiration. Like the Page of Cups is exactly that. Like he's getting a new idea, especially something creative, and exploring that idea. He is not yet acting. He is not an acting card per se, but it does signify the building of an idea in your head. So it could be that if you are feeling stuck in this project up to this point, and that maybe the results have been really slow for you, it could be that you get some kind of intuitive hit on something that you can do or something that you can change, which will get things moving again. Like again, they will come out, let's say, from the Pentacle energy and move into the Wands and Swords energy a bit more. This is followed also by the Fool card, which is exactly the card of new beginnings, like taking a chance, taking a leap of faith, not overthinking stuff, like just trusting that you have some kind of impulse in you and that you can go after that impulse and things will be great. Like you can see on the card, this is the traditional drawings of the tarot. You can see how the guy is super happy, singing, dancing or whatever, and he is just about to throw himself off of a cliff. But like he's not worried about it at all. Like he knows things will be fine, and he has his good dog to give him advice, so to stop him so he doesn't jump off the cliff while not looking. Now here, following this card, we have the Five of Swords, which is the reconciliation card. If there was some kind of dispute in the past regarding this situation, it could be, for instance, something that has to do with this beginning card where you might be feeling attacked from the outside regarding the thing you are working on. This card signifies that this will be resolved, like that resentment, those feelings, like that problem, or if it resulted in some kind of break of communication, it should get lifted. Yeah. interesting. Afterwards, we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is again one of those like bittersweet cards, I would say, because it is like on the verge of completing the thing you are working on. Like you can see the guy in the card, let me get away from the lamp, like he is all broken, beaten and scarred basically, and he is clinging onto his wand. He is looking around him and just wondering like, where's the next thing gonna come from? Like, I am prepared, I am gonna fight this till the end, I don't care how many wounds I have. This could be very much you at a certain point, in the sense of you could be feeling kind of at your wits' ends with this thing, this project you are working on, especially once it gets moving faster again. This card though really encourages you. It tells you you are so close, to getting out of it, to succeeding. You just need a little bit more patience. Like, that's all you need. You are almost there. We know that you are super tired and you have been through all of this, but you are on the finishing streak, like you are on the last 50 meters of the marathon or something. Afterwards, we have, I would say this is great confirmation for the fact that you will definitely have the energy to bring this to the end. We have the Knight of Swords, which is the fastest moving knight. So it seems that you will get that energy to sprint those last 50 meters and to charge for your goal. And the Knight is followed by the Six of Wands, which is the card of, like, again, public recognition and reward. Mostly public recognition. It could be that at this time, if there was somebody, for instance, the people at the start who you might have felt attacked by, it could be that those are the people who at this point give you the recognition, or it could be that this is the point of completion of this project where you will get the reward or the diploma or just the pat on the back from the people. But this is a very positive, this is a very happy card. It speaks of you succeeding, you basically coming home successful on your high horse, like with your thingy, with your trophy or whatever. And the last two cards for your reading are the Strength card and the Justice, which for me is again confirmation that once you get through this journey, through this project, you will discover in yourself this feeling of fulfillment, I guess. Like, you will basically think to yourself like, wow, I managed to do this. Like, I have the ability to do this. I have the ability to tame the wild beast. Like, I am strong. I am, you can't bring me down. That type of feeling, like not just of success for success sake, but like a change of mentality, that you are strong and you can handle whatever comes at you, or you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. And the Justice card, as the last card, I think is exactly that message, that basically you will reap what you sow. Like, divine justice will be restored, like you will be rewarded for the things you did good, for the work you put in. Like, it would turn out good. And if somewhere along the way there was some kind of injustice that happened to you, like either, for instance, with this card here that speaks about reconciling some kind of issue from the past, or this card at the beginning, which is about possibly feeling attacked by people, the Justice card also speaks of that type of divine justice, like being brought to you and to the people who might have wronged you along the way. So pile 2, like I said, this is very strongly reeking of career advancement, or like work advancement, professional advancement. It is super positive. Now with the initial card you got that got buried under here, the Hold Your Vision card, I would say use the positive messages of both of its aspects. Definitely this thing that you are working on, you are meant to be working on it, and it is meant for you. You will be successful in it, even if there are a couple of rough patches along the way. So definitely in that regard, if there is somebody who is trying to discourage you from doing this, don't listen to them. Hold your vision. But also be prepared that somewhere in the middle of this whole ordeal, you might need to make some kind of small adjustment or change. So you would move out of the slower energy that's shown at the start of this into faster progression on the road to success. So be open to that. Like if you get some kind of impulse, some kind of creative idea, don't shy away from it. It could be exactly the thing you need in order to unlock like the rest of this, basically the finishing of the project, or at the very least to make it faster, to make it go faster for yourself. Okay? Pile 3, if you chose the bunny riding a scooter or the full moon in Taurus card with your dreams need a practical plan, then this is the reading for you. Now, this card, to start off with this is like your overarching theme for the year ahead. And it does speak about you needing to combine both the spiritual or mental and manifesty part of things with the practical part of things. So if you have till now only relied on like vision boards or writing things down so you can attract them, like law of attraction type things, that's great, keep it up. But also you need to put down a really practical, determined plan on how exactly it is that you are gonna achieve your dreams. This is what this card is speaking about. And to get some further clarity on what exactly this dream and needing a plan is connected to, let's ask the Keeper cards firstly. What pile 3 needs to know about the year ahead, 2024, for them? What will happen for pile 3 in the year of 2024? I will draw 4 cards. Those could be just themes. This could be general themes, or it could have something to do with the exact chronological order that something happens. We will see. Okay, pile 3. The cards that came up to you, for you from the Keeper deck are the Distant Horizons card, Wealthy Man, Community, and Concern. Now again, this could be either speaking about general themes, or it could be something that comes up exactly in this timely order, or it could be like all over the place, doesn't matter. The Distant Horizons card is exactly the dreams card, like it signifies you having a dream to do something that might still seem distant to you, like a fantasy, but it is a positive card. It has all the potential to manifest. But again, it is something that at this point in time sits quite far away from you. Now, this quite far away doesn't have to mean 10 years along the line. It could be within the year. It's just not something that's gonna happen tomorrow. It's interesting, the wealthy man, it signifies normally a man who comes in to help you somehow. It could be as some kind of guide or teacher. It could be a person from a certain business. It could be, it doesn't really matter. It's just a man that has some kind of authority and knowledge and power, and also the finances to back something up, if that's the situation you are dealing with. For instance, if you are working on some kind of startup project that needs somebody to bring capital in it, this could be the role of this man. He's just a helper at the whatever it is that you are working on. The community card is also a really positive card. It signifies that you are surrounded by family, friends, like all sorts of relationships, but it's just a card of support. You being supported, you being taken care of. The only negative card that came up for you is the concern card, the last one. But the thing is, it could be that at a certain point you have some kind of concerns that you are ruminating over regarding this thing, this dream. But I am more inclined to say right now that this would be something that's only in your head. Like, I don't think that there will be necessarily something on the outside, from the outside world, that you should be worried about. It could be just anxiety and those types of ruminating thoughts, making you doubt yourself, or making you doubt the possibility of this thing working out. We will see now when we draw the 12 tarot cards. But generally, it's more so in that direction, something that's in your head. Okay, let's see what the year ahead, 2024, has in store for our pile 3. We'll be drawing 12 cards, like those could be generally, again, speaking of a particular time frame, but also doesn't have to be. So let's see. What can pile 3 expect for 2024? Let's put it like this. For 2024, I can't decide. When I can decide, we will do both. We need one more, yes, one more card for our pile 3. Okay, let me just clean it up a bit. Okay, pile 3, let's get into your tarot. Starting off here with the 8 of Swords reversed and going in this direction chronologically. Like, again, this doesn't have to happen chronologically. These are just the themes of this thing you will be working on. Starting off with the reversed 8 of Swords. This is very much a card speaking of you having some kind of self-limiting beliefs and negative beliefs, either about yourself or this situation. And those beliefs are what are initially holding you back on your road. Maybe this is why the dream you have seems like a really distant horizon, because it either doesn't seem that you have started working on it, or if you have, you might have done so half-heartedly and not seen great results. And of course, when we don't see anything particular happening on the thing we are working on, we get frustrated, we get sad. I experience this all the time because I am an animal that likes instant gratification. And this card being followed by the reversed Eight of Wands very much gives exactly that energy. Even if you started something, it seems that there have been delays, or alternatively, it could be that you will still be going through this energy at the start of next year. So you could be initially being held back by those self-limiting and negative beliefs you have. And those might lead to you getting really slow results or delays and frustration in the thing that you are chasing. Now, the place where you would have to come up to start seeing changes is represented by the Two of Wands. Like again, like from the beginning, the main message card you got is that you need to practically ground your dreams. Like, it's great to have dreams. Now we have to devise a super specific plan on how we will manifest those dreams in the day-to-day. And this is the Two of Wands. Like you can see, well, there's no lamp. The guy on the card is looking out at the road ahead of him. He is planning, he is scheming, he is thinking about what he can do, but he is still kind of slow. He is not going on the road just yet. Like, he is planning. And it is important for you also to take this planning stage serious, because this is also your main message of the reading. Like, don't try to rush it. Things happen when they need to happen. Like, don't rush it, but also don't fall in the habit, maybe due to those negative beliefs, to procrastinate things. It's neither the one or the other. You need to find the balance of this. The good thing is that once you start planning those things and you start working on them slowly, things will start to develop fast for you. The next card in your reading is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a kind of a bittersweet card because it can signify you feeling a bit overstressed or overworked, like you are working on a lot of things, you have a lot of responsibilities, and you might feel like you need a bit of a break, a bit of a breathe moment. But the good thing is that at this point you would be close to getting out of that energy. Like, the final energy of this comes with the Ten of with the Ten of Wands, which is the next card of the suit, and it is the completion of this, and afterwards you can take a break. Like, this is the point in your reading where you will need some courage and persistence to keep going, to reach that completion, like to get through that last hurdle in the road. And followed by the Page of Pentacles. I would say this is a great card because it does carry the promise of you manifesting something or you receiving a financial opportunity. Because the Pentacles is heavily connected to finance, I would say that time-wise, this could be the place where you manifest this financial help, or it could be, if it's not financial, just help from this wealthy man that came up earlier. And when this happens, like you would be like halfway there on your manifestation journey. Like, it would be a great help for you. You just need to get to this point on your own merit. Like, you have to make it up to this point, and then the opportunity will present itself to you. Okay? Now, then we have the Star card, which is also a great card. It is a card of like success, achieving like some kind of stability, like blessings coming to you. And this makes sense because if at a certain point somebody comes to lend you a hand, this will of course make things much easier. Like your hope and faith in the situation would be restored at this point. And like, yeah, you would generally be feeling like a sense of peace in this situation, which up till this point might not have or will maybe not be exactly there. Now, this is the point in the reading where there might be a bit of a shift. Either something in the circumstances could change, or this could be just the place where those concerns come up to you. I will speak a little bit about both possibilities. Firstly, we have the reversed High Priestess in this corner. Now, the reversed High Priestess, on the, let's say, on the more negative possibility on the spectrum, it could be that there is some kind of secret that more likely you are hiding, but it could be also that somebody else might be hiding something. It could be like also some kind of hidden agenda or gossip going on around you. Now, whether this will be something that might be coming from like this person that's signified by the wealthy man or by the community card, like again, both cards are positive, so this shouldn't be the case. But still, as it is a general reading and not on a specific situation, let's take both as possibilities. The other possibility, which I would say probably would resonate more in the situation, but I wanted to just notify you of both, is that the High Priestess reversed could be just your need or your feeling that you need to hide yourself so you wouldn't get judged for something. And the card is followed by the Two of Swords, which is the decision card, and more specifically the avoiding decision card. Like you might need to, you might be faced with a decision where both of the options you see might at first glance not seem super promising, like you would love a third option. So you might get in the energy, in the stuck energy of like closing your eyes, blindfolding yourself, and not wanting to commit to either or. And these two cards, I would say, are very likely connected, like the High Priestess and the Decision. And exactly in that way. Like, I feel like you would be afraid of some kind of judgment, maybe of that your community will judge you. If this is the case, this is not at all indicated. Like we said in the beginning, those fears and concerns seem to be something that will come up in your head. Like it's not gonna come from other people. For these two cards to resolve themselves, you are encouraged to follow the positive aspects of the Chariot card, this one over here. And those would be to act on your willpower, to act with determination, to take action. This is a very action-oriented card. It talks about avoiding being passive, and these two cards are very much passive. This is about wanting to withdraw, to hide, and to not commit to decisions, like to close your eyes to whatever is happening. You are not encouraged to do that. So whenever you feel this need come up in you, know that you should absolutely ignore it. Then the next card being the reversed Knight. Yes, Knight of Cups. This is again a card that could be speaking about you having an overactive imagination, because the Knight of Cups can be a super creative card and imaginative, but because it is reversed, it signifies those more negative aspects of your imagination. So I would say he fits very well with the rest of these cards on the side that are speaking about exactly those mental concerns that you can be experiencing at a certain point, and that would be holding you back in this thing. Now, also, one more thing that I am seeing as a possibility, taking these 3 cards as the final thing and advice and development of the situation. The Knight of Cups could also be signifying that, again, like it could be due to your overactive imagination or whatnot, or like self-doubts too. It could be that at this point, this project, this thing that you are working on, might come to some kind of temporary hold where you need to regroup, recuperate to continue. Either due to those negative thoughts and concerns, or it could be that the concerns stem from something from the outside that's telling you that you might need to change things up a bit. Either or, it doesn't matter the direction. But it could be that at this point, the project gets a bit disconnected from reality, so to say. Like you might have been working up to this point and you have been reaping the results, but now comes a time to change something up. And this is very much also what the next card is telling us, the 7 of Pentacles. Like generally the Pentacles are the slowest energies in the tarot. So no matter if it comes up in the upright or the reversed position, it talks about success still being in the long term. Like it's not, you are still not there. Like you have 3 more cards to go to reach your final manifestation. So it does imply again this idea of the thing you are working on being a distant horizon that you are building towards day in and day out. But because it came up in the reversed position, it also adds the message that you might need to tweak some things. Like you need to do a cost-benefit analysis of the things that you have done up till this point. And you might find that you might need to reinvest more in other areas of the project that you might have been neglecting up till this point. Or you might need to take some of the resources that you have put too much of in overactive areas. In every sense, this is some kind of change you need to make, so your efforts don't get scattered all over the place. So you can be working at maximum capacity, so to say, and you can continue slower or faster to move along this track of progress towards your manifestation. And because the Queen of Swords is the final card, she is a very clear-thinking lady. Like she knows how to communicate properly with the people around her that are connected to her and her actions and to this project, for instance. She has clear boundaries with the people around her, and she can receive information on something, think about it clearly, and come up with the necessary solution, course of action, plan, like whatever. This is the signification of this card. Like, you need to rely on your knowledge and your capabilities up to this point and keep a cool head. So whenever this change of course happens to come around for this project you're working on, know that you can handle it. Don't fall into unnecessary concerns over it. Like, everything we do changes more or less. It can't be, you know, the old saying like, we plan and God laughs, kind of like that type of thing. Whenever this happens, trust in your abilities to handle it and don't withdraw from it. Like we mentioned previously here, don't withdraw from it. This will only prolong the whole process till completion. You need to take action. Okay, so yeah, I probably said everything more than once already, but yes, to say everything in like 2 sentences again regarding this thing that will be developing for you next year. Some kind of dream you have, like you have all the potential to get there. You will be supported both by your community and highly likely by some kind of outside person, like financially or knowledge-wise, doesn't matter. You have to start the journey with working on your self-limiting beliefs that are holding you back. And then it is very much just grinding on the project day in and day out and keeping things very practical, very grounded, very Taurus-like. Like plan, and work. Taurus energy also can be a bit lazy. So definitely, if you are feeling yourself falling in the trap of laziness, pull yourself by your bootstraps and get out of it. That's not for you. This will be an active year for you. And if you feel like withdrawing, if you feel at a certain point afraid, know that you shouldn't be. You are protected and you are supported by the people. You need to continue taking action and being the big boss in your life. And whenever you need to make slight adjustments, know and trust that you will be able to do those. Okay, I wish you all the luck.